Hey everybody, I am David, and today I'm going to be talking about The Punisher, the new Marvel Netflix series, and I'm very excited to talk about it. I finally finished watching all the episodes, which proves that you could have watched both Justice League and The Punisher both in one week. If I could do it, anybody can do it. It's really not that hard, guys. So stop this Marvel versus DC crap and let's just watch all of it. Let's watch and absorb all of it because that's what being a fan of these superhero movies and shows are, right? It's just enjoying it all while it still lasts. So let's get right into this. This is the Punisher I think everybody is hoping for. I never seen the Dolph Lundgren Punisher. I only seen the two theatrical takes on the Punisher. The first one with Thomas Jane and the second one with Ray Stevenson, directed by Lexi Alexander. I love the one with Thomas Jane. I think it's not my favorite film of all time, but it's a really good Punisher film. I felt with a lot of heart and emotion to it. And then there's the Ray Stevenson version, which originally when I saw it, I didn't like it. But it has grown on me when I've seen other fans talk really highly about it. So I have gone back to see it, and okay, I get it now why fans like that one a lot. Because it does take the Punisher in a more violent direction, which I think a lot of fans really wanted to see. So how is this Punisher TV series from Netflix hold up? I think it holds up really well. I think it balances everything those first two films were trying to attempt to bit on a better level, and you allow Frank Castle, played by Jon Bernthal, to grow as the series progresses. Jon Bernthal has already become my favorite version of the Punisher to date, and I really loved Thomas Jane in the role. I liked Ray Stevenson in the role too, but Jon Bernthal blows them both out of the water. He is fantastic. You see this rage of emotion in this character, but you also see a good side of him that he's struggling with, and I really liked that, because the Thomas Jane version, I always felt he was more good than bad. He was just straight out going to kill these criminals, while the Ray Stevenson version maybe was more in line with this version, where he's crazy and he'll do what he needs to do, and he can cross that line where he might go too far, but you're hoping that he won't. Let's face it, he kills when it's necessary, but by the end of it, I think he makes an interesting choice that I won't spoil for fans. Fans are thinking that I'm spoiling it right now, but hopefully I'm not. I really did like the supporting cast in this show also, specifically Dinah, who is this police officer who is after him on his trail, but eventually becomes a closer ally to him, which I really, really liked. And then we also had David, from the comics, and from what I remember him, he was played by Wayne Knight, I believe, in Punisher Warzone, and I know he was in the Spider-Man animated series as well. Micro, who is the guy in the chair, always, but he does a little bit more than just be behind a computer. He does a lot more in this show. I actually really liked the character in this movie. I thought there was a great dynamic between him and Frank Castle. Not really a love-hate relationship, but they have their fun way of talking to one another, which I really enjoyed. And then we had the girl from Daredevil, whose name is really escaping me right now, which is really bad. Claire, I think it was. No, not Claire. You guys know who I'm talking about. The blonde girl who Matt Murdock likes. His girlfriend, I guess, or they're on a little break now. Now the Defenders showed that they were taking a little break from each other. Yeah, she's in this, and she serves her purpose well in the show. I was curious of what her role was going to be. We got to see a lot of flashbacks. to Frank Castle before his family was taken away from him. And another highlight in this show was Ben Barnes, who plays Billy Russo, who someone mentioned it to me that he becomes Jigsaw. So do you see him become Jigsaw? I'll leave that for you guys to watch and check out. But I will say I really liked him as a villain. I think, Prince Caspian, if you guys remember, he played Prince Caspian in the Narnia movies. So going into this, knowing that I didn't know at first he was playing the villain, but you start to see some shadiness from him, maybe midway, and you say, okay, this guy is not all good, and it's really interesting how he turns, and I really, really enjoyed that. I really liked seeing this actor playing this role. I thought it was a different, fresh take, especially as someone who only seen him in the Narnia movies. I thought, wow, man, this guy has definitely grown as an actor since I saw him. I'm pretty sure I've seen him in other movies too, but the Narnia movies are the ones that really got him on the map and where he is today. So, and I'm glad, because he's definitely up there with Kilgrave from Jessica Jones as one of my favorite villains from the Netflix shows. So bravo on that. The violence, if you are hoping for Punisher Warzone type violence, I am going to say you might be pleasantly surprised. I think the violence is definitely handled in a more I don't want to say it's over the top. There are, maybe the last 2 episodes are over the top violence, but it's used effectively for what the show, for the story that it's telling, that you need this sort of horrificness. It's definitely the most violent Marvel Netflix series. So if you're hoping for that Punisher from the comics, I think a lot of fans are going to get that. The fight scenes, there are a lot of really cool fight scenes in this show that I think was really well choreographed, right up there definitely with Daredevil, I thought. And with that being said, guys, I'm really hoping for a second season of this. I think this was a really solid series, and really allowed Jon Bernthal to really shine as a star. This guy should be a bigger actor than what he is. But I'm glad he doesn't just do big roles like this. He'll take the supporting roles if he has to, and that's what's really cool. I like an actor who doesn't care always about being the front and center of a movie. I like actors who are willing to share the screen with others, and I'm glad he got this role, because he definitely deserves it and plays it. I think, like I said earlier, I think he is the best Punisher to date. I don't think this version of the Punisher, though, will ever be in the MCU, even though the Netflix shows are also connected. I don't think we'll ever see him on the big screen, let's say, hanging out with Spider-Man like he does in the comics, because the movies and the shows, they wouldn't integrate so well, especially if you want to see this version of the Punisher in the movies. Yeah, that's not going to happen, or at least it's not going to happen with the friendlier versions of Marvel's characters. So with that being said, I want to say thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel, comment below, and have a discussion if you can. You know, I like to hear what other fans are thinking. I always go to other videos and check out what fans are thinking. I'm saying, how come these guys are always talking on these guys' videos, but never mind. I don't know. So with that being said, until next time, take care.